Howdy, Frosty510 here. Welcome back to Path of Exile, Secrets of the Atlas. And this is a day 3 build update. So, how are things going? Honestly, the wand could be better. That'll be a huge improvement in damage. We're using the Geoffrey's Crest Great Crown just for all the resistances and armor and energy shield, which I'm using as my main source of defense. I got a pretty basic armor energy shield here. Could be a lot better, but it's not terrible. Lots of stats. So all attributes: strength, dex, strength, intelligence, and then everything else is meh. Here, lots of stats here as well. A bit cold res, and then some chaos res. Lots of stats and health. Lots of life. Some more defense here. Yeah, and this could be a lot better. Just life and movement speed. Some chaos, a little bit of lightning, and the belt's not bad. Strength, life, chaos res. We're just running some basic double movement speed. I'm not using enough. I've got bismuths and stuff. I got other alternatives, quartz things I can use, but I'm just running these at the minute before I start going crazy on that. The character, it's better in a map. Let me just jump into this map. So the elemental golem approach is going well. I have decided to go, so far, defensively. I went with Bastion of Elements, so we don't get reflect damage. We get Primal Aegis. And I also went with Shaper of Storms for hits always shock, and then increased damage to shocked enemies. So I feel like still single target damage is the issue. I've just started working on a Val Storm Call leveling, so yeah, it's just single target. Clear's generally pretty good. This map's a little bit juicy, nothing crazy, but just crit damage, so they can do some damage to me. Our Animate Guardian is generally not going to stay alive. I gotta get better gear for it, but I'm not too worried about it, in all honesty. We do have a buddy, a mercenary. She's doing the kinetic bolts and has hasted, so we have movement speed. Determination, I think, is much better for the build in terms of defensive, obviously. I haven't got a loot filter on, so there's a lot of loot. Yeah, so it's really elemental defense is okay. So in a map we have 4,492 armor, which with determination we can get that up on a mercenary. 1,700 energy shield, which is whatever. 2,300 life, which I think is okay. Mana 1,300 could be higher, but is what it is. We capped our res, but I need to get a lot more +1 to maximum all res stuff, in all honesty. Passive tree. So, we grab, the +1 res. I've got on immune to corrupted blood. I could switch that to elemental resistance. It's going to be low by curse. Got some minion regen just so they stay alive. But I don't need to worry about the golems because they do respawn as an elementalist every 4 seconds. But they don't die at all. It's just the Animate Guardian that dies. Or the Mercenary. So I've got to get an Immortal Merc. That's what I've got to look for. To get crit. So at the minute, my Arc, which is my main damage dealing weapon, spell, 2,000 to 14,000. Very variable, so that's kind of where it kind of hurts a little bit. But critical strike chance is 40.32%, and then multiplier, the crit damage is through 43%, which I think I could do better, but I changed the setup, so it's now, I got added lightning, I got quality on everything, it's got to get better with quality. And then we got crit strike, and I got +3 on both of them, because of that mastery. I did get this large cluster jewel, so it gets lightning damage, cold res, damage, mana regen, and then overshock. It's just what 14% lightning damage. It's nothing crazy. I haven't got any mediums yet, so I've just got these in. So we get energy shield per hit. I do need energy shield leech. I really should focus on that next, in all honesty. We got increased damage to lightning elements. And then here I've just got some more stats. Tiny bit of maximum energy shield and more damage with wands. Yeah, so the problem with the builder, I don't have any power charge generation, which would be probably a really good idea. And I don't have any energy shield leech. So I really need to get these ones. Like, it'd be worth it just to take damage away from the wands here. Take 4 skills and just go, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then try and get to the energy leech. Honestly, I think that would be, from a safety point of view, the smart thing to do. We've got just some cold and lightning and some stats. Maybe we could connect somewhere else and then cut out some nodes. But yeah, so things aren't too bad. Only early on in mapping. Very, very, very early. Campaign always takes me a long time to get through, so. So this guy's got some mosquito bots, but he's got the blade trap. Nothing particularly impressive. And then get myself clapped here. So here we go. Just running away. Definitely need spell suppression. Spell block is not crazy. 33%. Block is 36%. Life regen per second 334. So, it would be worthwhile if I get like a 5-socket body or a 6-socket body connected to put arc on there and have added light damage arc and increased crit, and then have power charge generation, and then is it overcharged? Is that good? Oh, I don't know. I still need to look up what the ideal setup for the gems. If you know what it is, tell me. Like, is it even worth having added lightning damage, or is it better to have overcharge? Because I got always shocks on from Elementalist. Does that mean that'll boost my damage a lot? It's a immune thingy. Maybe try to put Stormcall on circle. Wolves on kill! Oh my gosh. I wanted wolves on kill. It looks so cool on like leveling builds when you have. Oh, that is pretty good. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. No, that's not where it is. Where the heck is it? So campaign wasn't too painful. I think some plenty of power early with lightning damage. Honestly, it wasn't bad at all. The clear is good. Single target was just the issue. So maybe if I did Storm Call earlier, it would have improved things a bit.
Too much clutter.
So yeah, I'm not really sure where to go exactly on the Atlas tree. So I've grabbed a little bit of Betrayal. I was going to grab monsters take deal less damage and have more life, but then I think more life might be a real pain in the ass. So I was supposed to grab all these, am I think is scouting reports and then get like the missions. I don't even know. In all honesty, I don't know. But all I know is that normal Storm Call. How much damage is that? Look at the Primal Aegis. No, it doesn't even say. At the minute, I've got Decay connected to Herald of Thunder, so I used a bit more mana reservation, but I'm doing. I think it probably doesn't really do much, in all honesty, but mentally it makes me feel better. So yeah, I'm kind of my own ad-libbed build. Isn't appallingly bad. It's only early. I'm only doing, tier 3s. But I know when I die that when it's not to a mercenary, I know when I'm in a situation where I'm putting myself at risk. As opposed to being totally unawares of,
Hello.
this one.
Who wins?
But yeah, I want to do Betrayal so I can get the rewards. I'm not sure with the,
Salah.
where to put everyone and all that sort of stuff. I'll just feel it out. So he gives gloves, boots, helmets and amulets. Horns. Arcane Surge on hit, critical strike and accuracy. The 2 uniques. Explodes corpses and divines. Multiple projectiles. Yeah, I could run another map. I just got 2 cores. I got a moon temple. Okay, so let's... I don't know what the right... I'll just chuck it alchemies on. I'm terrible. I know we'll get something terrible, but it is what it is. Because I know some maps have got to be rare, but I think that's later on. So I feel like I'm going a bit early. Let's jump in. Yeah, any questions about the build? Obviously, you can do better. It's really just all about the fact that golems stay alive and are happy. And I've only just grabbed this mercenary. I haven't put any kit on it, so... Hubris. In this sort of map, though, I feel like it's pretty strong. If I'm not frozen. So immune to freeze would be good too. I still haven't actually tried out different spells and different lightning ones. I've just been focusing on the main one. The old bubble. Grab the scarab of currency shards dropped by harbinger. Duplicated. Nice. Harbingers. I haven't seen an infamous mercenary in an eternity. Like, really long time. Nope. 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 Blasphemy, flammability. This is giving me a pain in the ass. The buffs definitely are very meaningful for the golems. Does feel a lot better. I mean, I'm just generally using them to actually relying on them. Okay, we're just getting zappied. Thankfully, I've got the... what's it called? Tempest shield, so I got immune to shock. That helps. Ah, we got one of those red ones. That's the nearby enemies are intimidated, but you could put on a mercenary. A melee mercenary. We got a blight we can do. I think blight is not too bad, you know. What we're gonna do is summon. Yep, I'm gonna do slow. Upgrade it. And then chances are we'll get a second one. Let's upgrade them.
New mycelium! New roots! Put out new mycelium! Ugh, new roots!
Always be careful that the new roots are somewhere else. We can just... It's fine. More distraction. Just make sure there's no... Okay, none coming from behind.
You're making me nervous!
Grab an extra one there. I haven't done any anointing yet, which I should do. I don't know if any of, like, I've got any decent ones yet, so it's kind of like, yeah. I am also looking for the unique that gives me more golems. Probably just to get the carrying golem, so I have the full set. Oh.
Good help is so hard to find.
Yeah, that can happen too. I thought I was fine-ish. Fine-ish, and then bam. So I definitely need more... Well, I need spell suppression. I swap out a movement speed for phasing. And then set up the auto flask stuff. Bloody mercenary didn't even die. Alright, so no, that was just a case of bad positioning.
When I'm ready, and not before. You are nothing!
Little bugger.
Too much clutter.
I'm sure they... I picked up a bunch of crap. That's what happens when you try and use your Storm Val Call on your goddamn X button. And then X is to pick everything up. We can grab the one, maybe. So yeah, that was with Maim and Hinder and plays less recovery. Also deal extra physical damage as fire, which was the other part of it, of course. Oof. Okay. Why do you get 6 portals? Like, I know you get less later on for pinnacle stuff, but so generous. So generous. We just gotta keep going this way, I suppose. Twilight Temple I didn't get Bazaar Map. I think I got Dunes. And I just gotta do them all! We got a bunch of... Put that away. Totem stuff. Claws. We've got this one, which is prevent 3% of suppressed spell damage. Cannot be blinded, eh? I don't want to use that just yet. I want to save that one. Okay. Nah, we'll get rid of that. Okay, so bam, 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 bam. What do we get? 5 currency. Oh, we get a Sepio. Maybe I have enough to anoint something of value. I'm not sure exactly what I would anoint, but maybe a lightning damage thing. I've still got to get a Stygian, a good Stygian Vise. So we go. I'm gonna grab that one. Alright then. It's been Frosty510 with the build update and a little gameplay showcase of the Elementalist Golems. Yeah, it's probably better. There it is, Golems. We've got Elemental Aegis, and yeah, it's going well. I would say I'm kind of knackered, but going well. Any suggestions to improve the build? I'll gladly hear them. And thank you for watching. Catch you next time. Like and subscribe. Bye bye.